नमस्कार. गोवन वार्ता लाईव्हच्या टू द पॉइंट कार्यक्रमात मी किशोर आपलं स्वागत करतो. आज आपल्यासोबत एक खास पाहुणे आहेत. आपल्यासोबत आहेत अ यंग ॲडव्होकेट बाय प्रोफेशन अँड अ डायनामिक यंग पॉलिटिकल लीडर ॲडव्होकेट यतीश नाईक. यतीश बाब, स्वागत आहे तुमचं गोवन वार्ता लाईव्हमध्ये. ॲडव्होकेट यतीश नाईक हे कधी काळी एक ॲक्टिव्हिस्ट, अ यंग ॲक्टिव्हिस्ट म्हणून आपणा सर्वांना परिचित होते. गोव्याशी संबंधित वेगवेगळ्या विषयावरती लीगल प्रोफेशनल म्हणूनही ते काम करत होते आणि रस्त्यावरती येऊन वेगवेगळ्या विषयावरती आंदोलन करण्याचंही ते काम करत होते. त्याच्यानंतर काँग्रेस पक्षाचे एक यंग लीडर अशा पद्धतीची त्यांची एक प्रतिमा तयार झाली होती आणि यानंतर आता ते अलीकडेच टीएमसी या पक्षात गेलेले आहेत. टीएमसी पक्षामध्ये एक चांगलं व्यक्तिमत्व, एक यंग अभ्यासू व्यक्तिमत्व असं म्हणून त्यांच्याकडे पाहिलं जातं. साळगाव मतदारसंघातून आगामी विधानसभा निवडणूक लढवण्याचा त्यांचा विचार आहे आणि त्या संदर्भात त्यांनी तयारीही सुरू केलेली आहे. आम्ही त्यांच्याकडून जाणून घेणार आहोत की टीएमसी मध्ये ते नेमके कसे काय केले. टीएमसीच्या माध्यमाने गोव्याशी संबंधित वेगवेगळे विषय सोडवण्यासाठी ते कशा पद्धतीने प्रयत्न करणार आहेत आणि गोव्यासमोर सध्याच्या परिस्थितीत कुठले वेगवेगळे विषय आहेत जे गोव्याच्या विकासाला अडथळा निर्माण करतायत. यतीश बाब, सगळ्यात पहिला प्रश्न, तुम्ही काँग्रेसचे एक सरचिटणीस होता, प्रदेश सरचिटणीस होता, एक काँग्रेस पक्षाचे अभ्यासू अशा पद्धतीचं नेतृत्व असं म्हणून तुमच्याकडे पाहिलं जात होतं. आज देशासमोर सगळ्या विरोधकांसमोर एक परिस्थिती आहे की कुठल्याही परिस्थितीत भारतीय जनता पक्षाला रोखणं हे सगळ्यांचं लक्ष आहे. या परिस्थितीत काँग्रेस हा प्रमुख विरोधी पक्ष आहे देशासमोर. अचानक काँग्रेस पक्षातनं तृणमूल काँग्रेस पक्षात प्रवेश करण्याचा विचार तुमच्या मनात नेमका का आला आणि सध्याच्या परिस्थितीत जर भाजपला रोखायचं असेल तर तृणमूल काँग्रेस हाच पर्याय असं तुम्हाला का वाटलं?
हे बघा, आजची परिस्थिती अशी आहे की देशात तसं गोव्यात लोक त्रस्त आहेत, यूथ त्रस्त आहे, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंटचा इश्यू आहे, इन्फ्लेशन हॅज रीच्ड अ व्हेरी हाय पॉईंट आणि सामान्य माणूस जो आहे त्याला ही इज इन अ प्रॉब्लेम ऑफ रनिंग अ हाऊसहोल्ड. म्हणजे एक घर कसं चालवायचं हा मोठा प्रश्न झाला आहे. आणि इन दिस सिच्युएशन बीजेपी हॅज डन प्रेशियस लिटल टू सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लेम्स ऑफ द पीपल. रादर दे हॅव क्रिएटेड मोर प्रॉब्लेम्स फॉर द पीपल. जीएसटी इम्प्लिमेंटेशन घ्या, डिमॉनिटायझेशन घ्या, एकही पॉलिसी नाही इन्फ्लेशन कंट्रोलात आणण्यासाठी, एकही पॉलिसी नाही पीडीएस सिस्टम रिफॉर्म करून रिवाइव्ह करून लोकांना हेल्प करायसाठी. सो बेसिकली दिस इज अ पॉलिसीलेस रडरलेस गव्हर्नमेंट. आता इफ यू वॉन्ट टू फाईट द बीजेपी विच इज इन ऑल इट्स माइट, you need to have the will and the resolve to fight the BJP. What is the leadership of Didi? The leadership of Didi is that she has got the will and the resolve to fight the BJP. You see what happened in Bengal. काय झालं बेंगॉलमध्ये? She is in her third term, she has won as chief minister and the party has come to power with 214 seats out of 290 odd. In her third term with this majority, in a 70% majority state, what does it show? That people have voted for her performance and her leadership. What is her leadership? When this country's home minister Amit Shah आणि मोदी प्राईम मिनिस्टर तिकडे जाऊन अक्षरशः बसले इलेक्शनला, 200 सभा घेतल्या. योगी आदित्यनाथ उत्तर प्रदेशचा मुख्यमंत्री, राजनाथ सिंग, स्मृती इराणी सगळे जाऊन तिकडेच बसले. पण काय झालं? तिचा जो प्रो पीपल अजेंडा होता. सी व्हेन यू डिलिव्हर यू डोंट हॅव टू कन्व्हिन्स द पीपल. ती 2 वेळा मुख्यमंत्री होती. शी हॅज कम्प्लिटेड 2 टर्म्स. पीपल हॅव सीन हर ॲडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. देर वर लॉट ऑफ फॉल्स प्रोपगंडाज विच वर अनलिश्ड. People know what she is. People have voted her with a majority in her third term, which this country has not seen, with 214 seats. So basically, असा एक very clear perspective झाला कि if you want to fight the BJP, you need a leader and a party with a will and the resolve to fight the BJP. That is TMC. आता दुसऱ्या पार्टींचा मी बोलायला शोधत नाही. कारण what is the agenda? The agenda is to defeat the BJP. Why defeat the BJP? Because BJP has done nothing for the people. In fact, created problems for the people and multiplied those problems further. So the agenda is to stop the BJP. And the way to stop the BJP in this country, the leadership of Mamata Banerjee is inspirational in that direction.
Now every political opponent of BJP is saying that they want to defeat BJP. And if at all, if they want to defeat BJP, they cannot fight the elections individually. If they fight the elections individually, then obviously the votes will be divided and BJP will gain out of it. हा विचार नेमका अजूनही विरोधी पक्षात का रुजत नाहीये की जर काँग्रेस, आम आदमी पार्टी, TMC, RG, गोवा फॉरवर्ड, मगो हे सगळे जर पक्ष वेगवेगळ्या म्हणजे वैयक्तिक पातळीवरती जर निवडणुकीत उतरले, ऑफकोर्स TMC आणि MG ची आता युती झालेली आहे, पण काही का होईना असं जर झालं तर मतांचं विभाजन होईल आणि पुन्हा एकदा भाजपालाच संधी मिळेल. याबद्दल तुम्हाला काय वाटतं?
बघा, वोट शेअर हा एक कॉन्सेप्ट फिक्स डिपॉझिट सारखा कॉन्सेप्ट नाही आहे. दे आर नॉट सिनॉनिमस. इफ यू वर्क फॉर द पीपल and if your party delivers, your supporters and well-wishers remain with the party. If you don't deliver and if you don't work for the people, your party supporters and well-wishers go away. And where they go away? They go away to the next possible party which can take on the ruling. आता गोव्यात UG बघा, एका काळी UG म्हणून केदी पार्टी होती, आज UG कुठे आहे? Because the moment UG lost that sheen, those voters migrated. Correct? So basically vote share is not synonymous to fixed deposit. Therefore, coming to concept of BJP, people who are core BJP workers today, core BJP voters, they are people who are most vocal against BJP as if they are in the opposition. We are in the opposition. So we are taking on the BJP because we are ideologically opposed and performance oriented government दिलेलं नाही. म्हणून people are troubled. We are taking people's issues to the people and we are trying to tell the people this is the time to change the government. But BJPचे core voters आहे आणि core members आहे, they are upset. Why they are upset? Because they have no face to go to the people. They said that it is a party with a difference. They said that they have got ideological moorings. They said that they have got a philosophy of X, Y, Z, whatever it is. They are big ideals which they call. Where is that philosophy today? You can't see it. Where is the good governance agenda which BJP used to talk of? Where is it? So basically, vote share is something which withers if you don't take care of your voters. So the proposition that BJP's vote share is intact is wrong. BJP's vote share has not gone. The vote share went and they came down to 13. This is a government which is a manufactured majority. This is not a voted government. This government was not voted to power. So therefore, now with this 5 years that the government of Pramod Sawant has run, one thing is clear, that the people of the state are upset and they have made up a mind to vote the BJP out. Now, TMC has understood this sentiment and therefore with MG, we have come into an alliance. Now, MG-TMC alliance is an alliance which is respecting the sentiment of the people. The sentiment of the people is that whoever is serious to take on the BJP should provide an alternative which is credible. Credible म्हणजे काय? Credible is something that you see that acumen, you see the potential and you see the alternative government in the alliance which is projecting itself as an opposition. That is TMC-MGP. There is a credible opposition and a credible alternative which has emerged with this alliance of TMC-MGP.
ज्या पद्धतीनं दीदींनी पश्चिम बंगालमध्ये भाजपाला तोंड दिलं, जे 3 वेळेला ते आता मुख्यमंत्री बनलेले आहेत, त्यामुळे दीदींची काय ताकद आहे हे भाजप ओळखून आहे. आणि त्यामुळेच जेव्हा तृणमूल काँग्रेसचं आगमन गोव्यात झालं त्यावेळेला तृणमूल काँग्रेसच्या विरोधात भाजपानं एक मॅसिव्ह कॅम्पेन सुरू केली की जर तृणमूल काँग्रेस गोव्यात आली तर गोव्यात रोहिंग्यांना इथे आश्रय मिळणार आहे, मुसलमानांना दीदी आश्रय देणार आहेत, दीदी या टोटल अँटी हिंदू आहेत, हिंदू विरोधी आहेत, त्यांनी कित्येक हिंदूंची कत्तल पश्चिम बंगालमध्ये केलेली आहे. तर हे सगळे जर विषय तुम्ही बघितले आणि ज्या पद्धतीनं बीजेपीचं IT सेल म्हणा किंवा ज्या पद्धतीनं बीजेपी TMCला टार्गेट करतायत, या सगळ्या अपप्रचाराचा, या सगळ्या कॅम्पेनचा नेमका TMCच्या परफॉर्मन्सवरती गोव्यात काय परिणाम होणार असं तुम्हाला वाटतं?
लोकांना कळलं आहे की हे बीजेपीचं फॉल्स प्रोपगंडा आहे. लोकांना कळलेलं आहे. हे बघा, 2014 पासून मोदी पंतप्रधान आहे. राजनाथ सिंग होम मिनिस्टर होते, आता अमित शाह होम मिनिस्टर आहे. बॉर्डर जी आहे, इंटरनॅशनल बॉर्डर, ती कोण मॅन करतो? स्टेट पोलीस की तुमचे बॉर्डर सिक्युरिटी फोर्स? कोण करतो? रोहिंग्या मुस्लिम आले आणि कोण आले? हे आले, ते आले. बॉर्डर कोणाकडे आहे? दुसरी गोष्ट केंद्र सरकारकडे आहे. दुसरी गोष्ट, आसाम राज्य जो आहे, दिस प्रॉब्लेम दॅट यू आर टॉकिंग ऑफ, आसाम कुणाचा राज्य आहे? कुणाची सत्ता आहे तिकडे? भाजपची. काय केलं त्यांनी तिकडे? अंडरस्टँड, just by talking one lie 100 times, it does not become the truth. Therefore, I said, Mamata Banerjee's leadership has been appreciated by the people of Bengal. She has been voted into power for the third consecutive term, not with 13 MLAs, with 214 MLAs out of 290 odd. So, in a third term, if a majority-dominated state stand with the chief minister and return her not with simple majority but absolute majority, what does it mean? तिकडे हेल्थ मोफत आहे, हेल्थ इन्शुरन्स मोफत आहे, तिकडे रेशन अप टू द डोर आहे, घरी पोहोचवतात रेशन आणून, एज्युकेशन फुकट आहे. सी, द सोशल सिक्युरिटी नेट जो आहे तो तिने एवढा स्ट्रॉंग केला आहे. There is a need all over, pragmatically speaking, there is a need for that sort of a vision in a country like ours, where people are still fighting for basics. People want good health care. People want good education. People are still suffering from malnutrition and poverty in the country. In Goa, situation is maybe a little different. But in Goa also, lot of people and most of the people want good health care, good education, want reformed PDS system, public distribution system. These are the areas where she has put her focus and reformed administration. Please understand, why do people vote for her? It's a majority dominated state. BJPचं weakness आम्हाला कळायला पाहिजे. There is no narrative that they have against Mamata Banerjee. What is the narrative that they have? Have you seen that they have spoken anything of any sense? They talk of something which is completely nonsensical. So, when a state has given a mandate of 214 to 2 out of 290 odd in a third term, they should understand that they have been rejected by the people of Bengal. You cannot cry like a baby with spilled milk. You have simply been rejected. आता गोव्यात बघा, 2012 they were voted to power. BJP was voted to power. They came with 21. 2017, people rejected them. 7 ministers lost. Incumbent chief minister lost. They should have simply accepted the mandate and sit at home and introspect where they have done a mistake, where they have failed. And if you really believe in democracy, work as a party and go before the people. Rather, what they do, they sit at a particular place and manufacture a majority. What sort of democracy is this? And then you say that you are the largest democratic party in this country. You are the largest cadre-based party. What cadre-based party? See your MLAs today. They are all people whom you have taken over from other parties. Where is your cadre then? If you are a cadre-based party, why are you importing other leaders from other parties? Why are you taking them, virtually catching them and bringing them?
Now, since we are talking about various social welfare schemes, now we always talk about freebies given to the people by BJP government in state of Goa. But the way TMC is moving ahead with all those schemes again in a different mode. आता त्यांची गृह आधार कार्ड म्हणून त्यांनी एक योजना जाहीर केलेली आहे. 5-5 हजार रुपये गृहिणींना ते देणार आहेत, म्हणजे मुलींना देणार आहेत. त्याच्यानंतर युवा शक्ती कार्ड. These are not freebies.
No. There is a distinction between a freebie and a scheme for economic empowerment. Economic empowerment म्हणजे काय? Ata, you know very well that the inflation because of the wrong policies of the government has hit the roof. Today petrol, when I was a student in 2007, petrol was in 100 rupee note. As a college student, I used to get 2.5 liters of petrol in my Activa. Today, you don't get 1 liter of petrol. So in a period of about 10 years, 12, 13 years, your inflation has not doubled. It has nearly reached to a tripling point. Where is the policy to curb inflation? Understand this. So basically, you need to supplement every family's livelihood or income, so that supplement in the sense appropriately, so that they are taken care of. They can live a better life. How do you do that? Now, what is the scheme? The scheme says that the eldest member of the family, who is a woman, I mean one woman in the family, she will be entitled for 5,000 rupees a month. That is why. That is to basically take care of the family in a better way. It will help the money will help for a better livelihood, for a better life. She can use the money for needs of the home, for education of the children, for whatever. So many needs are there. So it can put her in a better position. It can put the family in a better position. Now, what is Yuva Shakti card? Yuva Shakti card, see, today if a small young man coming from a very humble background wants to put up a startup, wants to take good education, he has to think of 100 things. He has to first think who is going to be a surety to his loan. Second, from where will he get a loan? Third, they will ask him your father's salary certificate, your mother's salary certificate, some collateral. So there are issues. So what is this Yuva Shakti? Yuva Shakti is a scheme where any person from 18 to 45 will be given or offered a credit facility of 20 lakh rupees at an interest of 4% per annum. Now, how it will work? Once we come to power, we are going to tie up with a financial institution. Financial institution, we will work out with them and ensure that whatever interest is there above 4%, we will take over. And it will be your guarantor will be the state government. There will be no collateral security required. Number two, which is very important, why is this scheme needed? Education, startups, skill-oriented expertise to learn, business. If you want to put your business at a little higher levels from a small cottage industry level, you need capital. There is a concept called capital infusement to bring up an enterprise. Now, capital infusement is an economic concept which has to be supported by the state government through its policies and initiatives. Kude hai to? Where is that economic infusement for a common man? That is what this Yuva Shakti is all about.
मला एक सांगा की 2012 पासून राज्यात भाजपचं सरकार आहे. 10 वर्षे समृद्धीची अशा पद्धतीची त्याची जाहिरात केली जाते. हाऊ डू यू जज दिस 10 years ऑफ बीजेपी टेन्युअर ऑफ गोवा?
10 वर्ष समृद्धीची भाजपाच्या मंत्र्यांना असू शकते, पण लोकांना नाही आहे. कारण इफ यू सी द सिच्युएशन ऑफ द स्टेट, your capital debt has hit about 24,000 crores. Your per capita debt has reached up to over 1,20,30,000 rupees. You see the inflation figures. You see the prices of essential commodities. You see the prices of essential supplies. You see the rate of unemployment. You see ministers in this government saying that some colleague minister in this government is accepting money to give jobs. What sort of administration is this? I mean, if you have a person from within the government telling the people of the state that my colleague who is a MLA of this government and a minister of this government is taking money to sell jobs, what more proof do you need? So, complete economic collapse, complete administrative chaos and no decision making. Ata bhaga, government is in a habit now of doing something and taking it back. Now you see, since 2012, 4th September 2012, Manohar Parrikar got an executive order and stopped mining. You stopped mining. How? What is the method you are adopting to start mining? One thing is sure, that restarting mining is fundamental to bringing the economic health of the state back on track. Now, if this is the concept, you have to have a fundamental idea of how you want to do it. Now you are the government, no? You should tell the people. You should explore the legal situation and tell the people what is in your mind. Has BJP done that? Every election, they say, we will restart mining. ZP election, we will restart mining. Parliament election, we will restart mining. What have they done? Now, ore policy, that dump handling policy, that is also, you know what criticism is coming. You simply cannot talk without understanding the issue. First of all, because of your 10 years of sleeping, mining has become a dormant activity. And you have to ensure that, you have to understand that your inaction has resulted into two things. One is that the mining dependents have lost their sense of livelihood and income. And second is the state has lost its revenue. State has lost its revenue. Now, how will you bridge? There is something called a revenue mobilization. How will you mobilize the revenue? You don't have revenue. You don't mobilize revenue. So you are only sitting on the chair as a government and doing nothing. Now, is this the way to run a government? You see so many pieces of legislations that the government is bringing. Bhumiputra law. You bought the law. You don't know for what it was bought. You stirred a sort of a controversy without actually knowing what you have done. And finally, what do? You withdraw it. So please understand, once a government has an idea, that idea has to be drenched in law, has to be drenched in procedure and practice. And then you have to come out with it in a holistic measure. I was talking to you about mining. The government is saying, we will restart mining. How? Government has said, we will restart mining. How? You said, we will bring a corporation. What is the terms of the corporation? What are corporation for what? Because MMRDA Act talks of DMG, Directorate of Mines and Geology, as the authority. Nowhere it is spelled of corporation. So according to you, what is in your mind for the corporation? Because we all want mining to start. But for that, who is sitting on the chair? It is the state government of the BJP. So you should tell us, Ki Baba, how you want to restart mining? Just by saying we want to restart mining, mining will not start. You have to have a holistic policy approach, which is ingrained in the legal mechanism and procedure, and restart mining. By speaking that we will restart mining, every election we will restart. How mining will restart?
मला एक सांगा की अलीकडेच एक फोटोग्राफ सोशल मीडियावरनं मोठ्या प्रमाणात व्हायरल केला जातो. तो फोटोग्राफ म्हणजे अदानी आणि ममता दीदींची भेट, आणि तो फोटोग्राफ व्हायरल करून अशा पद्धतीनं एक मेसेज पसरवला जातोय की अदानीच्या आश्रयानेच टीएमसी गोव्यात आलेली आहे, कारण त्यांना टीएमसी जर सत्तेवरती आली तर डबल ट्रॅक आणि कोल हब हा जो विषय आहे तो मार्गी लावण्यासाठी अदानीनं टीएमसीला गोव्यात पाठवलेला आहे. हा आरोप तुम्ही कशा पद्धतीनं दूर करणार आहात?
हे बघा, मी तुम्हाला इकडे बसून सांगतो, ॲज अ रिस्पॉन्सिबल पर्सन, we are against coal hub in Goa. We will not allow coal hub in Goa. We will stop coal pollution in Goa. We are firm in this. अडानीकडे आणि आमचा संबंध काय बोलतात ते? That's what I'm telling you. They are talking nonsense. We are telling you firmly. Now tell me one thing. Who gave Adani that this in Goa? Go in your records and check. Who has given? BJP government has renewed it. Correct, no? So where is the question? We are giving you a crystal promise that we will stop this coal pollution in Goa. And how we will stop is because we are fundamentally, principally against coal handling in Goa, which is resulting into pollution.
शेवटचा आणि अत्यंत महत्त्वाचा प्रश्न, सध्या नोकर भरतीचा काय गोंधळ सुरू आहे तो तुम्ही बघितलेलाच आहे. स्टाफ सिलेक्शन कमिशन म्हणून लेजिस्लेचर खुद्द याच सरकारनं, ह्याच मुख्यमंत्र्यांनी विधानसभेत आणलं होतं आणि त्याच्यानंतर ते कमिशन बाजूला सारलं आणि प्रत्येक खात्याला परवानगी दिली रिक्रुटमेंटची. दुसरी गोष्ट, गोव्याशी संबंधित वेगवेगळे विषय आहेत, जमिनींचे मोठे विषय गोव्यात आहेत. अजूनही गोव्याच्या 80% भूमिपुत्रांना जमीन मालकी मिळालेली नाही. तुमचाही त्याच्यावरती अभ्यास आहे. तर स्टाफ सिलेक्शन कमिशन जो निर्णय सरकारने घेतला होता त्या निर्णयाबाबत टीएमसीची भूमिका काय राहणार आहे आणि जमीन मालकीचा विषय सोडवण्यासाठी टीएमसीकडे काय योजना आहे?
हे बघा, when we talk of Goa at 60, we should have had a Goa at 60. We are proud of 60 years of liberation. But we should ideally have had Goa at 60 with all problems of 60 years solved. And what problems were there for 60 years? Mokaso issue, evacui property issue, Arvara land issue. These issues are solved or they are still pending. People are still wanting solutions. Correct?
कुळमुणकार.
Kulmunkar. There are so many issues where people want solutions. People have got land issues. People are staying in a house and the house is not in their name. You have to bring a beneficial legislation or execute the existing legislation to help that. Am I right? Which you have not done. Secondly, when it comes to agricultural land, what is your Alvara concept? Your concept of Alvara is that you are granted land for cultivation. Once you are cultivating the land and once your certification is done that you are cultivating for a particular number of years, you are entitled to be a owner, like a owner. The government through an executive decision should confer you that class 1 occupancy so that your agriculture as a profession is respected and you continue. Now, when a particular farmer grows in his farm, entire thing he eats, he sets the wheels of the economy moving. A farmer cultivates, he sells into a bazaar. The bazaar, people feed on that, people buy. As a farmer, I get money. This is the way economy runs. So these issues are still pending. So tell me one thing, Goa at 60 ideally should have solved all these problems, which unfortunately there are issues which are still there. But one thing I can tell you, with TMC, the approach to solve these issues is clear in its executable blueprint. These issues have to be solved. We are going to solve these issues. These issues have got a legal ramification and you should understand the legal ramification and solve these issues. You can't keep these issues under the carpet. Your 60 years have passed. They're all our people. They're all our friends, so many of them. And they are still talking of issues which their fathers and grandfathers were talking at the time of liberation. Their grandsons are talking of the same issue, grandchildren. This is not correct. These issues have to be settled and sorted, especially land issues. Because land, which as an agriculturist or as a farmer, it is right of the government to protect that agriculturist or farmer. I know, you see now in center what they did. They got 3 farm laws. They made those farmers agitate. Farmers agitated because they were completely lost. They said, without asking us, you have done such a thing which is disturbing our whole market, disturbing our profession, our livelihood. Now they sat there on the borders of Delhi for so long. They agitated with all the strength and all the seriousness. They finally, government says, we are going to withdraw. So many people lost their lives there. Who is accountable for that? Farmers are the backbone of this country. Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. What is it? It is the essence of this nation. And if it is the essence of the nation, it is the essence of the state also. So if at the national level you talk of the 3 farm laws, which is very important, MSP has to be guaranteed. In fact, I would say that farmers should be given minimum profit price, not minimum support price. Minimum support price is quite an old concept. Now, if you want to encourage farmers, encourage young people into agriculture, you need to speak of minimum profit price. But profit price which will help the farmer make money. At the same time, you have to devise a scheme so that the common man gets the grains at an affordable rate. There should be a mechanism here. The granaries have to be supplied by the government, has to be provided by the government. Infrastructure for farming, infrastructure for storing, warehousing. These are modern concepts, transportation. All these things have to be reformed. So therefore I am saying when you talk of these things at a national level, at the state level, if we have to do justice to our farmers, we have to provide markets to our farmers. Markets to sell, support to grow. And when we talk of agriculture in Goa, you should understand that we have got paddy. We have got local vegetables, which we should encourage, more organic, more cultivation. At the same time, we have got cash crops. We have got betel nut. We have got supari. We have got kauchipana. We have got pepper. We have got cashew. We have got mango. Your Alvara issue and all is pertaining to this sort of agriculture. All these issues have to be solved. You can't wait for another 60 years to solve this.
ॲडव्होकेट यतीश नाईक यांच्याकडे त्यांची किती स्पष्ट भूमिका आहे हे आपण त्यांच्या या युक्तिवादातून ऐकलंच आहे. ॲडव्होकेट यतीश नाईक हे बारदेस तालुक्यातील साळगाव मतदारसंघातून आगामी विधानसभा निवडणूक लढवणार आहेत. साळगाव मतदारसंघाबाबत त्यांच्या नेमक्या काय योजना आहेत, साळगाव मतदारसंघाबाबत काय प्रश्न त्यांना महत्त्वाचे वाटतात आणि साळगावात ते कशा पद्धतीनं तयारी करतायत, या सगळ्या प्रश्नांची उत्तर आम्ही जाणून घेणार आहोत या ब्रेक नंतर. कुठल्याही राजकीय पक्षाचा कार्यकर्ता म्हणून काम करत असताना त्या राजकीय पक्षाच्या विचारसरणीशी कशा पद्धतीनं निष्ठावान असायला हवं आणि कशा पद्धतीनं आपली भूमिका ही स्पष्ट असायला हवी, हे आपल्याला ॲडव्होकेट यतीश नाईक यांच्याकडे वार्तालाप करताना स्पष्ट झालं आहे. तर यतीश नाईक हे साळगाव मतदारसंघातनं नेमकी निवडणुकीसाठीची कशा पद्धतीची तयारी करतायत. एक ॲडव्होकेट म्हणून प्रोफेशनमध्ये ते यशस्वी ठरलेले आहेत, परंतु लोकप्रतिनिधी बनण्यासाठी ग्राउंड लेवलवरती काम करावं लागतं, सर्वसामान्य लोकांशी संवाद साधावा लागतो, मतदारसंघाच्या लोकांचे वेगवेगळे प्रश्न जाणून घ्यावे लागतात, त्याच्यावरती उपाय काढावे लागतात. आताच्या पद्धतीत स्पॉन्सरशिप्स द्यावी लागते, लोकांना पाकिटं द्यावी लागतात, रेशन द्यावं लागतं, चतुर्थीला रेशन द्यावं लागतं, क्रिसमसला रेशन द्यावं लागतं. या सगळ्या गोष्टी ते करतायत काय, किंवा त्यांची वेगळी योजना काय आहे. तर साळगाव मतदारसंघात तुम्ही सध्या काम सुरू केलेलं आहे. आगामी निवडणूक तुम्ही साळगाव मतदारसंघातनं लढवण्याचं ऑलरेडी ठरवलेलं आहे. तर साळगाव मतदारसंघ, या मतदारसंघाची रचना काय आहे, या मतदारसंघातले वेगवेगळे प्रश्न काय आहेत आणि टीएमसीचे साळगाव मतदारसंघाचे उमेदवार म्हणून तुम्ही या निवडणुकीला कसे काय सामोरे जाणार आहात.
हे बघा, साळगाव मतदारसंघ हा माझ्यासाठी एक काय म्हणतो पार्ट ऑफ द हार्ट आहे. कारण मी जेव्हा स्टुडंटहुड मध्ये होतो तेव्हापासून माझा ऍक्टिव्हिस्टचा जो ऍक्टिव्हिस्टची जर्नी सुरू झाली, ती आता इकडे पोचली आहे पॉलिटिकल पार्टीमध्ये. सो आय हॅव वर्क देअर ॲज ए स्टुडंट, ॲज ए ऍक्टिव्हिस्ट, अँड नाव इन वॉट एव्हर कॅपॅसिटी अँड इन द मॅनर टू द बेस्ट ऑफ माय एबिलिटी आय कॅन टेल यू वन थिंग. साळगाव मतदारसंघात 6 विलेजेस आहे. पिलॅन, नेरूल, वेरे, सालेगाव, सांगोर्डा आणि गिरी. मोठा प्रॉब्लेम आहे अनएम्प्लॉयमेंटचा. आमच्या कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीमध्ये पिलॅनमध्ये इंडस्ट्रियल इस्टेट आहे. इंडस्ट्रियल इस्टेटमध्ये किती मुलांना आमच्या जॉब्स मिळाले आहे? हार्डली. आणि आमचे जे तरुण मुलगे आहे ते सगळे एज्युकेटेड आहे, कारण एज्युकेशनल फॅसिलिटीज आहे. देअर पेरेंट्स आर टेकिंग ट्रबल टू एज्युकेट देअर चिल्ड्रन. They are going to MAPSA, Panjim, to the best of educational institutions. Even outside, they are coming engineers. So many people who are technical expertise. But where are the jobs? So this is a big issue, and how to solve this needs some sort of deliberation and needs some sort of blueprint. You have to have an approach to solve unemployment issue. And the government of TMC, I'm sure, will have it, and we know will bring it. Second very important issue is Mulbhut Suvidha, Sudarana. Now, what are these issues? 20 years ago, issues were no proper electricity supply, no proper water supply, roads have to be better. Same issues are continuing. Somebody may say, I tried to do. See, trying is something, but the problem is that these issues have to be solved. Now, people have to be guaranteed good electricity supply and continuous supply, good drinking potable water. You need to rework wherever the electricity wires, wherever the transformers have to be upgraded, wherever your pipeline network has to be reinforced and re-augmented, strengthened. You have to do all these overhead tanks, but whatever it is has to be done. There is no excuse. See, people, that's why I said, Goa at 60 has no patience to have these problems still continuing. We have to set these problems straight. We have to clear these problems and bring solutions to the people. Another very important issue is that in our constituency, we need a good health infrastructure. We need a health center. See, in Pilan, Nerul, Rejma, our health center is in Kandoli. In Saligaon, Sangoldagiri, we have a sub-health center in Saligaon. See, we need some sort of government infrastructure which takes care of health in a concept that it is some sort of a 10-bedded hospital or something like that, where you have the best of facility available to the people, because our constituency is a sort of a constituency which is all between Mapsa and Panjim. All between Mapsa and Panjim on the left-hand side of the road is our constituency. So it is a rural constituency, but at the same time, the people are educated, rural because it is all panchayats. And our people are swabhimani. They want to work and they want to get employment. They want to earn. So therefore, you have to, as government, it is the duty of those in power to provide that to the people. Secondly, our youth are so talented, like in Nerul and all, our Romtame at one point of time was very famous. See, Gumat Arti is a concept. You come to my constituency, you see the talent that is budding. See, we have to provide a mechanism whereby Kala and Sanskruti is, propagated. You take women self-help groups, you take Dhalo, you take Fugudeo, you take Gumat Arti, you take Romtame. These are concepts. You take even certain things like crafts. You see during Christmas, the stars competition, whatever they do, or stars or creep. See, there are so many things where people show their talent. You have to take it to 2.0 now. The time for basics is over. You have to go to 2.0. And you have now, so many ladies do so many good things during Diwali, Christmas. They sell their produce. In Saligaon, we have got something called as Saligaon Market, which is on every Tuesday at Saligaon Institute. You just go there and you see the crafts that our people make in Saligaon, the food products that they make, the squashes that they make, the handicrafts, the crochet, the pottery, the food items. See, our people are very talented, but talent has to be nurtured. It has to be exhibited, and this has to happen. So, self-help groups, women self-help groups, art and craft, cultural activities. See, we don't have a Ravindra Bhavan. We do not have a community center. Like you go to so many other places, we have got in Bardesh, we have no Ravindra Bhavan. In Sankeli, you have a Ravindra Bhavan. In Vasco, you have. In Madgaon, you have. You go to Kanakon, you have. But in our constituency, we don't have a Ravindra Bhavan. So our people need to have that sort of encouragement. They have got the talent. They are going today to Mapsa, they are going to Bal Bhavan somewhere. This has to be there within. So basically our infrastructure has to come to a level, and we should work towards that, where you provide the people with the best infrastructure to get that sort of step where you decide and you go ahead.
यतीश बाब, मला एक सांगा की अभ्यासू किंवा सुशिक्षित अशा पद्धतीचे लोक हे राजकारणात यायला बघत नाहीत, आणि समजा ते आले तर लोकांची पसंती ही आपला आमदार निवडताना ही अभ्यासू उमेदवारांकडे नसते, तर अशिक्षित उमेदवार परंतु ज्यांच्याकडे पैसा आहे, जे लोकांना चतुर्थीला रेशन देऊ शकतात, दिवाळीला रेशन देऊ शकतात, न्यू इयरला केक पाठवू शकतात, किंवा गरजेच्या वेळेला त्यांना पाकिटं देऊ शकतात, तर लोकांचे जे प्रश्न सोडवायचे असतील तर सुशिक्षित आणि अभ्यासू लोक ही विधानसभेत पोहोचण्याची गरज आहे. म्हणजे एक वेळ ती पिशवी घेतात रेशनची, परंतु आपलं घर जे गेल्या अनेक पिढ्यापासून आपल्या नावावरती झालं नाही, ते जर आपल्या नावावरती जर व्हायचं असेल तर विधानसभेत आपला लोकप्रतिनिधी हा सुशिक्षित, कायद्याचा अभ्यास केलेला किंवा त्याच्यावरती काहीतरी उपाय करणारा असायला पाहिजे. हा विचार लोकांच्या मनात येत नाही. तर तुमच्यासारखी व्यक्ती जर विधानसभेत पोहोचली आणि आताच या वार्तालापातनं वेगवेगळ्या विषयावरती तुम्ही सविस्तरपणे चर्चाही केलेली आहे. तुम्ही यापूर्वी डॉक्टर व्हिलीना अगदी जवळून बघितलेलं आहे. तुम्ही व्हिली बरोबर नेहमीच आम्हाला दिसायचा, आणि व्हिली हे साळगाव मतदारसंघाचे प्रतिनिधित्व करत होते. तर साळगावचे जर हे प्रश्न सोडवायचे असतील तर टीएमसीच्या माध्यमातून तुम्ही यश मिळवण्याची शक्यता ही तुम्हाला कितपत वाटते आणि का वाटते?
मला एक ठाऊक आहे की लोकांना गुड गव्हर्नन्स पाहिजे. Every day I am meeting people. They are all our friends only. They are all known to us. They are our neighbors. They are from the different ward or they are from a different village. See, I come from Rejmagush. My Gram Devi is in Rejmagush. Vere and Nerul have got common Gram Devi. I stay in Altopile. Because of all my social work and all this, we have worked in all the parts. And when I began, I never ever thought that I am going to ever contest an election. So basically this journey has been so much learning, so much of understanding the issues, knowing the people. I feel people have understood that you need performance and you need delivery. An MLA in full form is member of Legislative Assembly. Legislative in its essence is to legislate. Legislate, if you want to solve the problems of the state and of the constituency, you have to have a person who will articulate there on a policy perspective, on an executable blueprint, and you will have a solution-oriented articulation vis-a-vis the issues of your constituency and the state at large. I feel, whenever I go, I meet people, and which I'm doing daily and regularly and every point of time now, people have understood this, that there has to be a change. Therefore, I'm saying, Goa at 60 is a spirit. What is the spirit? That we need now to scale that 2.0. We have been liberated. We are living in a free environment where we can, you see, we are working, we are doing our things, we are getting educated. But now is a time where we build a Goa of our dreams. We build, and what is Goa? Sum total of villages, sum total of constituencies. That is Goa. So basically, I feel people of the state, more specifically, I can tell you, in my constituency, people have understood. I'm getting a very good sort of affection and acceptance, and I'm working with people very closely, and I know. Therefore, I am not in the habit of talking this about somebody and that about somebody. That is not my agenda. My agenda is we have to go on a path of progressive growth. How do we do it? This is the charter that we need to do. Talking about this one and that one, that is not my business and that is not my politics. My politics is we need to have a growth-oriented blueprint where we take everybody together, all sections, and march ahead. 5 years is a big time. I feel one term of 5 years is quite a big time if you have a seriousness and sincerity to play your role. And I have it.
डॉक्टर यू हॅव दुतर तुम्ही ओपिनियन पोलवरती पुस्तक लिहिलं होतं आणि ओपिनियन पोलच्या वेळेला राज्यात महाराष्ट्रवादी गोमंतक पक्षाचं सरकार होतं, भाऊसाहेब बांदवडकर मुख्यमंत्री होते. त्याच्यानंतर ओपिनियन पोल झालं. महाराष्ट्रवादी गोमंतक पक्षाचं उद्दिष्ट होतं की गोवा शुड बी मर्ज विथ महाराष्ट्र. परंतु ओपिनियन पोलमध्ये नेमका उलटा निकाल लागला आणि ओपिनियन पोलमध्ये लोकांनी गोवा हा संघ प्रदेश असावा या बाजूनं निकाल दिला. त्याच्यानंतर पुन्हा निवडणूक झाली, पुन्हा मगोचं सरकार आलं. हा इतिहास आहे. ओपिनियन पोलमध्ये संघ प्रदेशासाठी 2 पानं हे चिन्ह होतं आणि आज टीएमसीचं चिन्ह आहे 2 फुलं. त्यावेळेला ओपिनियन पोलमध्ये जी क्रांती झाली ती क्रांती या तुमच्या टीएमसीच्या 2 फुलातनं गोव्यात होऊ शकते का?
पण म्हजें पुस्तक आशिल्लें लोकाभिमुख सुशासनावटेन. It was not on opinion poll per se, but it was on the essence of the tenets of administration. What I feel should be a governance-oriented approach, a delivery-oriented approach. What are the issues confronting our polity? What are the issues confronting our administration? Which is the way you adopt for a democracy to succeed, which is participative democracy. You know, you take inclusive growth as a medium to reach out to all sections of society. Your policy planning has to be in such a way that you, when we say 73rd, 74th amendment, that is not only to speak, that is empowerment at the grassroots. What Rajiv Gandhi ji did, Rajiv Gandhi ji really got an amendment in the parliament and got that done. See, therefore empowerment is a concept which has to be acted. So coming back, so my book was on Lokabhimukh Sushasana Vaten. That is on people-centric administration. Now, opinion poll, yes, I have written quite a few things and I like that subject also. We are proud of a state and our founding fathers have worked very hard for it. So we should be indebted to them. One thing I can tell you, that when our founding fathers worked hard for a identity, opinion poll, and so many of them are there today as testimony, and people who have that this in them. Uday Ba Bemre is there, so many others are there, and you hear them. They have envisioned a Goa of their dreams. What is that Goa of their dreams? Goa of the dreams is not a Goa where there is capital debt on the state of so much, per capita debt of so much, inflation rate at so much, unemployment rate at a cascading figure. This is not Goa of the dreams. The Goa of the dreams is that where every family of the state is satisfied and happy. And how do you do this? You do it by ensuring a good economic foundation of the state, educational foundation, health. And the government works hard to provide this to the people. You need to reform the PDS system. You need to reform the education system. You need to reform the revenue system. You need to ensure that taxation becomes very easy. See, you bought GST. What you said? That GST will make everything very cheap. What has happened? GST has made everything expensive. So, Goa at 60 needs all these problems to be solved. So, when you said opinion polachi don pana, I would say गोय घडोवपाची दोन फुलां.
दोतर आणखी एक वेगळा विषय की आपल्या गोव्यात साधारणतः 11.5 लाख वोटर्स आहेत आणि या 11.5 लाख वोटर्स पैकी साधारणतः 7 ते 7.5 लाख लोक हे नीज गोयकार आणि बाकीचे गोव्यात मायग्रेट झाल्यानंतर गोव्याचे मतदार झालेले लोक आहेत. टीएमसीचं जे टार्गेट आहे ते टीएमसीचं टार्गेट हे प्रामुख्याने गोव्यात मायग्रेट झालेले लोक हे टीएमसीचं प्रथम टार्गेट आहे अशी एक प्रतिमा तयार केली जाते, जेणेकरून आता मुस्लिम वोटर्स, मुस्लिम 8%, 7 ते 8% मुस्लिम वोटर्स गोव्यामध्ये आहेत. त्यामुळे या वेळेला सगळे मुस्लिम हे टीएमसीला मत देणार आहेत. दुसरी गोष्ट मायनॉरिटी, सिन्स लुइजिन फालेरो बीइंग द prominent leader who have joined TMC in गोवा. तर या सगळ्या मतांच्या गोळाबेरीजेत गोयकार हा टीएमसीच्या दृष्टीने किती महत्त्वाचा आहे?
गोयकार is the focus point and focal point of every decision making and every policy perspective and every thinking process and pattern of the TMC. Therefore, I am saying BJP has no narrative. What is the narrative BJP is doing? BJP is talking lies. BJP is, see, in a field, weeds are always there, but we discard the weeds and we take the crop. See, BJP is going to plant weeds, but people of the state are so learned that they are going to discard the weeds. BJP's weeds have no acceptance now. These are weeds from BJP's mind. People of the state have understood that the real issues affecting the state are inflation, margai, unemployment, economic health, mining, tourism, education, and these are growth-oriented charter that we have to make. This is the issue. Whatever useless things that BJP is talking is like weeds from their mind. That has no acceptance of the people. Therefore, I am telling you, TMC is very clear. We want Goa. We are all people from Goa. We have worked in Goa. We are Goikars. Please understand, TMC became a national party in 2016. BJP originated in Goa. Congress originated in Goa. NCP originated in Goa. AAP originated in Goa. They are all national parties. So is TMC. TMC originated in Bengal. TMC is led by our West Bengal Chief Minister, Ms. Mamata Banerjee. But please understand, it is a national party. In Goa, we are for the people of Goa, of the people of Goa, by the people of Goa. And this is the party where there is no high command. People of the state are our high command. People tell us this is the way, this is the way. Nothing will come from Bengal and nothing will come from Delhi and nothing will come from anywhere. Everything will be decided by Goans in Goa for Goa.
शेवटचा प्रश्न. टीएमसीनं काम जोरात सुरू केलेलं आहे. टीएमसीमध्ये वेगवेगळे नेतेही येत आहेत, परंतु सध्या टीएमसीची राज्य कार्यकारिणी जाहीर झालेली नाही. टीएमसीचा प्रदेश अध्यक्ष कोण आहे हे अद्याप स्पष्ट झालेलं नाही. आणि सगळ्यात महत्त्वाची गोष्ट जी राजकारणात खूप महत्त्वाची ठरते ती म्हणजे टीएमसी कुठल्या नेत्याच्या नेतृत्वाखाली या निवडणुकीत उतरणार आहे. कारण या सगळ्या गोष्टी या खूप महत्वाच्या ठरतात. कारण आपल्या पक्षाचा कोण लीडर आहे यावरनं त्या पक्षात लोक जमा होतात. समजा तुम्ही लीडरशिप जाहीर केली, ती लीडरशिप आज मगो पक्षालाही ती मान्य असणं गरजेचं आहे. कारण मगो पक्षाचे जे नेते आहेत सुधीर ढवळीकर ते सुद्धा मुख्यमंत्री बनण्याचे इच्छुक आहेत. त्यामुळे या सगळ्या गोष्टी अजूनही लांबणीवर पडताना दिसत आहेत. राज्य कार्यकारिणी कधी जाहीर होणार आहेत आणि टीएमसी आपल्या मुख्यमंत्री पदाचा उमेदवार जाहीर करणार आहे का?
बघा, टीम म्हणजे काय, टीम स्पिरिट म्हणजे काय. एव्हरीबडी who is a part of the team is equally important for the success of the team.
Yes, absolutely.
This is the philosophy of TMC. Now, having said that, the Karyakarani will happen very soon. There is no doubt about it. Everything will happen. But please understand, the fundamental is this. Every person in the team has equal importance and equal significance in the success of the team and in the functioning of the team. Please understand, when you speak of a mission, what is the mission? The mission is to build Goa of our dreams. The mission is to build a Goa where our youth find flight to their dreams, can give flight to their dreams. In this mission, you are simply motivated by the aims and objectives of it. It is as now in my constituency, I find if I am deciding to contest, it is because everybody in my who are part of my well-wishers, I will say friends, all of them cannot contest. One person has to decide to contest. Therefore, I am contesting. It is as simple as that. I have not fallen from the heaven. I am very much from here only, coming up from the grassroots. But the thing is, everybody cannot contest. Therefore, one person decides for the party. Correct? So, team also is the same thing. Every person who is in the team is equally important for the success of the team and for the success and achievement of the mission. This is philosophy of TMC. But having said that, Karyakarani will happen. As far as your other issue is concerned of chief minister's face and all that will be decided by the party at the appropriate time, in the appropriate way and in the manner so required to be done.
तर ह्या मुद्द्यावरती आम्ही आजच्या या टू द पॉइंटचा समारोप करणार आहोत. हे होते ॲडव्होकेट यतीश नाईक. मला वाटतं टीएमसीच्या बद्दल जे काय अपप्रचार, जे काय गैरसमज पसरवण्यात येत आहेत त्या सगळ्या गोष्टीबाबत ॲडव्होकेट यतीश नाईक यांनी अगदी स्पष्टपणे स्पष्टीकरण दिलेलं आहे. त्यांच्या स्पष्टीकरणानंतर हे गैरसमज दूर होतील अशी अपेक्षा धरूया. आणि ज्या विश्वासानं, ज्या अभ्यासू वृत्तीनं त्यांनी वेगवेगळे विषयांचं विवेचन या ठिकाणी केलं, यावरून टीएमसीची मानसिकता ही किती स्पष्ट आहे आणि किती पक्की आहे हेही आपल्याला कळून चुकलं. ॲडव्होकेट यतीश नाईक यांच्यासारखे युवा धडाडीचे नेते टीएमसी मध्ये आज सक्रिय आहेत आणि टीएमसीच्या माध्यमानं गोव्याचा विकास किंवा गोव्याची समृद्धी करण्याची योजना त्यांनी आखलेली आहे. आगामी विधानसभा निवडणुकीत टीएमसीची दोन फुलं नेमकं काय चमत्कार घडवतात आणि नेमकी काय क्रांती घडवून आणतात हे आपल्याला थोड्याच दिवसात कळणार आहे. धन्यवाद यतीश नाईक, तुम्ही खूप खूप चांगली माहिती दिली. धन्यवाद.
धन्यवाद.